This short video introduces the 4 key terms to do with your understanding of international trade. It's quite straightforward, but if you don't understand the basics, it makes the topic so much more difficult. So, you may laugh, but this big triangle is England, Scotland and Wales, and that other triangle is Ireland. Don't mock, you could do better. Now, the first thing we need to look at is imports. Imports are produced abroad and sold into the UK, such as me buying some French cheese, made in France, sold in the UK. Now, the most important thing is they cause money to flow out of the UK. So I buy my cheese, my French cheese in England, the money goes to France. Now, if I go on holiday to Italy, for example, that will also cause money to flow out of the UK. So by me going abroad as a tourist, it does count as an import, so it can be a little bit confusing. On the other hand, we have things which are produced in the UK and sold abroad. These are known as exports. An export would be, for instance, a car made in the UK and sold in Germany. And this will cause money to flow into the UK. So the car is made in the UK, goes to Germany, sold, the money comes back to the UK. Cadbury's make chocolate in the UK, they sell some in Australia, that will cause money to flow into the UK. Always look at the money. So if a Canadian tourist comes to the UK, they'll be bringing money into the UK, that will be an export. The best way of finding out whether something's an import or an export is to look at what happens to the money. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is the 2 categories of exports and imports we have. We have visible goods, which could be visible imports, could be visible exports. They're things you can actually see and hold. So they would be your cars, your washing machine, gold, flowers, cows, anything at all. And we, as a nation, export very few visible goods, but we import absolutely tons. If you think about all our food, all our clothes, all our technology, they are imports. They're made abroad and they come to the UK. The other category is invisible goods. These are, again, imports and exports, and the services that you cannot see. Now, these can be quite confusing, and this is our biggest export market. Financial services is an invisible good. We export absolutely tons of these. Designing things is an invisible good. We also export quite a lot of those. The rights to music, the rights to films, all of those sort of things. The gaming industry is one of our biggest invisible exports. Now, when we're thinking about visible exports that our country does, weirdly and most unpleasantly, one of the biggest things we do is armaments. So our visible exports are bombs to other countries. So we've got 4 terms here: imports, exports, visible and invisible. If you understand those, you're doing really well.